left to go but up.
What's going on, YouTube? Dannydecks here, and we are back with more Legends of Runeterra content. So, I've been having a little bit of trouble building decks. I don't know if trouble's the right word. It's just, I feel very pigeonholed, and I guess I'll go over that really quickly. Basically, there are a lot of unit-based decks you can run. So you can run all of the different Yordle and Arms stuff, any sort of aggro deck, which really is just like Elise Spiders, maybe. I don't even think that's that good right now. But yeah, there's the Spiders, there's the Ziggz Gnar aggro, which is the standard aggro. There's Scouts, and what else is there? Lurk is another unit-based deck. Akshan. There's a bunch of unit-based decks going on. So you have a bunch of options with that. Most of them actually play the same, with the exception of, I guess, Akshan. Like, Lurk just wants to attack the same that Scouts does. They want to attack every turn. All the Yordle and Arms decks, and I'm going to lump Lulu Ari into that, although it's not Yordle and Arms. It's the same shit. They just go wide. So these decks all basically zug. And while there is decisions to be made, they feel, I don't know, they're just not that fun, and I don't feel like they're really that technical, and you know, it's not my style of play. I do like Akshan, that's why I call it the exception. But the other decks, they pretty much play themselves. There always is going to be decisions, but, you know, a lot of that is just basically like, you know, play my 1-drop on 1, play my 2-drop on 2. And it's just like, there's no real big decisions to be made. A lot of the times there are going to be decisions. But anyways, yeah, I find those decks play themselves, and they're just not that fun for me, so I don't really like to play them. So I was like, okay, now I want to play, you know, something a little bit different. I do like control. There's no real control decks that you can play. You could consider Darkness a control deck. I think it's a little bit more of a combo deck, but, you know, there's Darkness, but I've already played Darkness. I already made a video on Darkness. Can't do that either. So yeah, in my quest to create a fun and interesting deck, I basically end up with the result of, there's only so many regions you can play if you're not playing a unit-based swarm deck. What do I mean by that? If you want to play a P and Z deck, you will not beat Pantheon. Like, that's it. Oh, sorry, Pantheon's another unit-based deck. That's another one in there. But anyway, so if you play P and Z as your primary removal, you won't beat Pantheon. You just auto-lose if you run into Fated, so that sucks. And even if you don't have that issue, you don't really have very good tools to deal with Swarm. So oftentimes you're going to be trading your 1 card for their 1 card, but their 1 card creates another card. So you will just slowly get buried in card advantage if you play PNZ. So PNZ is kind of out of the question unless you pair it with something like Shadow Isles or like Freljord or Noxus, I suppose. But I guess that's basically what I'm coming to. There's only so many different regions you can play if you want to play a non-unit based deck, and that just feels kind of dumb and kind of bad. So I've chalked it up to gotta play Noxus or Shadow Isles or Freljord. And if you're not playing one of those 3 regions in your deck, you have to play a unit based deck. Otherwise you just have no way to actually win the game effectively. So yeah, like, if you don't have a card that says kill, you automatically lose to Fated. If you don't have a way to remove multiple units with 1 card, you lose to Swarm. And, you know, just feels bad. So that's where I'm at, and that's kind of how I ended up where I am today. So today we're going to be playing a deck I created, and I am calling it PORO Stance. Now, this is a Swain Braum deck, and I know I covered Swain Braum in my Christmas episode. This is just a totally different deck, and it's a lot of fun, and it's looking to target the unit-based decks. The weakness of this deck is non-unit based decks. So you're going to lose to stuff like Darkness, Tri-Beam. I guess if anybody's actually playing, like, you know, Kindred, Elise Vi type of deck, if that thing's still around, it's going to be a hard matchup, but that is very rare in my experience, which is kind of funny. So when I was creating and tweaking the deck, I ran into everything I wanted to play against. Non-stop Scouts, Lurk, and Yordle and Arms type stuff, Lulu Ari even. And it was great. The deck performed so well against them. It's very solid against those. When I went to record, I ran into like Darkness, Jace Lux, and all kinds of other stuff that I literally haven't seen in weeks. And it just decides that, you know, when you're trying to record with a deck that counters the current meta, you know, they'll hit you with that. So be aware, you do lose to those decks. Now, depending on how often you face those decks, that should help you decide if you want to play this or not. Originally, I wasn't actually playing Braum. I was playing Udyr. And I'm calling it PORO stance because the deck looks to take advantage of these stance cards. And normally, a lot of these decks that try to do that, they really just take advantage of like Ram stance, for example. Whereas this deck uses all of them. And it's very nice because you get a lot of value. So the problem with Udyr is he comes down too late. He's supposed to be a value engine, for one. So the problem being, like, he's so weird. Let's look at him. No. Get out of my deck, you bum. So basically, he sort of wants to be in an aggro deck, right? Because of his level up requirement. So no aggro deck can afford to play these. These things cost 3. They're too damn expensive. I don't know what aggro deck you're playing that's going to be able to spam stances, but that's unrealistic. So he's already like a slow value engine at 5 mana 4/4 with no keywords. So he's basically trash already. He wants to be in an aggro deck. Aggro decks don't want to play a trash 5-drop, and they definitely don't want to play a trash 5-drop that comes with the requirement of playing 3 mana spells over and over. Like, good luck with that. So, yeah, Udyr, I don't know what they're doing with this card. This card just seems like he just doesn't know what he wants to be. In theory, he could be good. I just think that, like, having to play Udyr and then immediately play one of his stances to get any value out of him just makes him shit. Like, you got to play Boar stance right away, for example, if you don't want him to just insta-die. And then it's like you played 8 mana, or if you were lucky, you had one in hand and you played 2 cards past priority twice just to make Udyr able to maybe attack. It feels so bad. And then his payoff isn't even that great. Like 1 plus 1 plus 1. How many stances are you really playing in a game? I mean, let's be real here. You're not playing all that many. So I don't know why, but either way, had to take Udyr out. Pretty early in my development stage, I realized Udyr sucked. So, well, I already knew he sucked, but he sucked more than I thought. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. Anyways, deck looks to target unit-based decks, including Pantheon, so all of the decks that I listed before, this is going to be wonderful against. Now, we'll go over the cards, and quickly, I'll just go over the stances first, I guess. So, we're using some of the Udyr package, and stance swap is what we're looking for. Now, we use all of them. So, Bear Stance is good for Braum. You give Braum 2 damage, 2+2/+2. He is a menace, he's extremely hard to remove, and he's actually threatening. Overwhelm. You give Overwhelm to Swain, and all of a sudden, he's threatening to wipe your board every single turn. Amazing. Regeneration. Same idea. You give Regeneration to Swain, or something that you're afraid may die, and, you know, they're going to have a hard time removing it outside of stuff like a Vengeance. So, like a Regen on Swain is good, an Overwhelm on Swain is good. You take advantage of all of these. And then, obviously, Ram Stance, which is arguably the best one, is just good. This levels up Swain. This hits Braum himself for the free PORO. And there's a lot of unit-based small minion decks, which is what this is great against. So this effectively is an Ice Shards. So we take advantage of all of the stances in this deck, and they feel really good and they fit well. So we're going with 3 copies of Blade's Edge. Blade's Edge now is not ideal. It's just we need a ping effect, a consistent one. This offers us a bunch of different options. This can, you know, oftentimes just kill a unit if we want to kill a 1 health unit, like a 1-drop, or even the monkey, boom baboon, stuff like that. This kills that, so it's good. It also opens up the ability to use Ravenous Flock along with Scorched Earth. And if Swain is leveled up on the board, this also will stun if you shoot it directly at their health. So Blade's Edge is a natural fit for what we're trying to do. While I know Blade's Edge isn't super meta or the best card out there, it fits really well with what we're up to, so we're running 3. Ravenous Flock, arguably the most efficient and best removal in the game. The only downside it has the condition, so enabled to, so we have a ton of pings and way to deal 1 damage to stuff in order to activate our flocks. Flock kills stuff, flock levels up Swain, just solid. 3 Sisters, we're in Freljord, so we're running this card. This card's just, it's so good. This is create a card done right, in my opinion. You know, it's got flexibility. It's solid. You know, we can freeze stuff and tomb stuff, Fury of the North. Overall, just solid card. Avros and Sentry. We need to draw. We're not playing Bandle City, so we don't get infinite cards in hand. This is going to let us play a little bit early on the board. We do want to have a bunch of units, although ultimately sometimes they're just going to die to our board wipes and our deal 1 damage stuff. You still need to have them. This draws us a card. This puts a body on the board. House Spider does not draw us a card, but it creates us a second spider, so this just helps us, you know, get some board presence, be able to take some trades, whittle down some units for some of the sweepers we got. Vulpine Wanderer. It is a 2-drop that generates us a stance, and as I said, we love the stances in this deck, so this card just, you know, makes sense. 2 copies of Death's Hand. This activates, this is 3 towards Swain's level. Does a little bit of face damage, technically, with the 1. Gives us Flock, could just straight up kill units. I didn't want to run 3 copies. 3 copies felt a little heavy. You can technically take this card out. I just found that it worked well, so I kept it. Ice Shard. So, Ice Shard basically is pretty good way to level up Swain. It does a whole bunch of stuff in this deck. It stuns and all that. Helps you clear out little units, break spell shields, etc. So running 3 copies of Ice Shards, it's very good. Scorched Earth. Now this is where we need to kill Pantheon, and all of the other stuff up to this point will really, really help us with killing the small stuff, and this helps us kill the big stuff. So Scorched Earth just straight up kills big shit, and it kills Bandletree, so natural inclusion if you're running Noxus. I am not running Avalanche, but I am running 3 Blighted Ravine. So Blighted Ravine offers us a little bit of healing, and it deals a little bit of damage, or like to every unit on the board. So this will oftentimes kill our own stuff, but we're not really interested in our smaller stuff anyways. We're looking to win the game through Swain or Braum or Swain's Battleship. So that's not really, it doesn't really affect us all that much. Blighted Ravine will oftentimes level Swain instantly by himself, so this helps level up Swain. If Swain's already leveled up, then Blighted Ravine will stun at the start of turn. Just a very solid card, and if you're playing, you know, against unit-based decks, Blighted Ravine is pretty much a board wipe. Braum. Braum comes down. Braum turns into another body. He's hard for them to get through. He's a pain in the ass. If you buff Braum with stances, he becomes even more obnoxious. A lot of the current decks out there just can't remove Braum, like just straight up. So outside of like Minimorph, which isn't even that big a deal, if Braum gets Minimorphed, you're not really like, you know, I'm gonna go cry about it. It's fine. And Minimorph's not prevalent. Really, the only thing that's killing Braum is Scorched Earth and Vengeance. So if they don't have either of those cards, Braum is just like pretty damn hard for them to remove, which is what makes Braum so good. Whispered Words. We need to draw cards. Like I said, we're not playing Bandle City, so this helps us draw. Swain. Swain levels up pretty darn easily in this deck, and when Swain levels up, combine him with Overwhelm, which is easy to obtain in our deck, and all of a sudden we're wiping boards and we're threatening lethals like left, right, and center. Shaman's Call. This card's actually pretty good. So it gives you 2 stances that cost 0, but they don't really cost 0 because you got to pay 6 originally. But whatever. So yeah, we basically just use this to create stances, and we can double stance. Like if we want to do board wipe, we can, you know, double ram stance. We can combination Overwhelm regen on Swain, double bear on Braum. Whatever the case, Shaman's Call fits really well. We like the stances in this deck, so we're running 2. And then at the top of our curve, 2 Leviathans. I don't want to run 3 Leviathans because by the point in the game where you've drawn a second Leviathan, you already have likely played a Swain, so this will just, you know, the third one usually is dead. And it's a little bit heavy, so we're just running 2. And that's really the deck. It's a lot of fun. It has a very good matchup, as I said, against the unit-based decks, and we basically just grind them out, and there's not a whole lot they can do because we're constantly just killing all of their units, and a lot of these decks don't have a lot of fearsome blockers, so the combination of Swain and Braum works so well, where Braum can challenge like their fearsome blocker, and then Swain gets to hit their face. One thing to note that's really important, I've made this mistake so many times playing this deck. If you have a leveled up Swain and a Braum on board, and you're pulling the fearsome blocker away, attack with Swain first, because if you attack with Braum first, basically that trade still happens. Whereas if you use Swain first, Swain will do his like boom, 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 and it will actually hit the unit that Braum is challenging. So, that's a way to help Braum stay healthy, basically. Yeah, it's a fun deck. Hope you guys enjoy. Please be sure to like, subscribe, drop a comment below, and let's get into the games. Okay, so another deck that I'm not really trying to play against, but we'll have to make do. It is what it is. It's so weird. When I like create and play test these decks, I literally run into all of the stuff that I'm looking to play against, and it works perfectly. And then you go to film and you just run into like Darkness and this deck, and Tri-Beam, and all this other shit that you're not targeting, and it gets a little bit annoying. It's almost like the game knows like matchmaking is just like intentionally just doing that to you. Which I don't think that's a real thing, but who knows? Seems odd.
It's an awesome day for progress.
Do I give him the good one? Nah. I might as well just hold on to this. I don't really want to give him the good trade, because then he gets to trade twice, right? Not worth it. Okay, Archivist. That seems like a weird play.
More exciting than an unsolved mystery.
Kip and I will scout ahead. Won't we, Kip?
I like Kip. Oh, he got a thermo off that. Jesus, dude. What is with that RNG? How lucky is that? That is like some crazy luck.
As I suspected.
Our teeth, they will see.
But he has 1 mana. I guess he was looking for a timeline, so maybe it's not. But it just, that seems pretty insane. Pretty darn insane. Well, that means I can expect a thermo from him in the near future. Question here is, do I bear stance? Or not bear stance. What's this called? Ram stance.
Anything else?
I think I might actually want a ram stance. If I ram stance this, he can just kill it though. Probably worth it though. Yeah, we'll give it a try. We'll give it a try, see what he's up to. And this will also get the Mystic Shot out of his hand. Yeah. And I think that's fine. I mean, at this point I should... No, I'm gonna hold on to it. There's no point Blades Edging. I can just trade and take the 2. I wanted an activator for my Scorched Earth. For this specific purpose. I could just ram stance and then buff this. Puts it at 4, puts him at 5. It's not quite there. That's a tough call. Yeah, I guess we just go Blade's Edge into Scorched Earth. Some interesting armor. Doesn't protect her waist at all. Seems odd, but alright. Maybe that's a guy, but either way, it doesn't protect their waist. No, it's RL the Tracker. That is a girl.
Another clue.
Another clue. Do I keep... No, I don't. I don't think so. I think I want to play my Shaman's Call on something better than my Spider. So we'll just do that, and we'll let him have this. That doesn't really help. We'll draw. That helps. Ooh, that actually also helps. So let's see what he's up to.
Is on the job.
Braum is on the job. Actually, shit, what am I saying? Braum's about to get thermo beamed. Yeah, Braum. Alright, Braum. Well, you're no longer on the job. Yeah, it's okay. I still think that's fine. You can play Pillar next turn. Ooh, there's another Braum. Excellent. Braum is back on the job.
These old eyes still see far and clear.
Okay, so he can't kill Braum now, unless he has another Thermo.
We made it.
No, Shaman's Call.
Stuff did it.
Oh, I got another one. That works out. So we're good. We're good with that. Now, hopefully he didn't hit timelines. Oh my god, he hit timelines off that top deck. Disgusting. Oh, why does this happen to me? Why does this always happen to me? I mean, to be fair, yeah, he probably should have had timelines already, but to literally top deck it the turn before he gets Pillar, oh, that's so disgusting. That's gross. Just gross. Making me sick. Okay, we can play Swain plus the Shaman's Call now. So we're okay. Alright, what did it turn into? Did you high roll? No, that's just like, that's actually not even that good of a roll. So the question here is 1, 2, okay, that's what? 2, 6, 7. Now we can go with 1 Ram stance. 1 Ram stance shouldn't hurt, right? I could actually probably double Ram stance here. Depends on what he plays. But maybe I don't. Maybe I want to buff Braum. I could give Swain the Overwhelm. That's also a pretty good option. Depends on what he does. Okay, so I actually think we do it again. We'll just level our Swain. We'll just level up Swain. This way I have access to Death's Hand to stun anything big and dangerous he might play. He could have Buried in Ice. That's always a possibility, and there's not much I can do about that. Yeah, so Gnar. Gnar's not leveled, doesn't matter. Do I risk Mystic Shot on Braum? It's not worth it. Braum's not going to progress his level fast enough, or like far enough. So, we're not going to do that. That's a great card.
Fine.
Alright, so go like this. Yeah, that looks good. And we're gonna bait him to cast a spell before we Three Sisters. That is the plan. So there's a spell. And now we can Three Sisters. Just freeze up this Gnar a little bit. I don't really want him generating a Pokey Stick because I do not want this Gnar to get any value. I feel like my opponent's hand is not that great at the moment, and I want to keep it that way. So the question here becomes, do I play Blighted Ravine? Blighted Ravine is going to be pretty good. It'll kill these two, and it'll stun that. The downside to Blighted Ravine... You know what? It's still probably worth it. Like, if he Buried in Ice, then he still loses everything but Gnar. Okay, I'm assuming Pharaohs. Yep. Alright, so what do you got to follow that? Like, that seems weird. Why would you not Mystic Shot Swain? Okay, so I have no idea what opponent's doing. That makes absolutely no sense, considering he must have a second Mystic Shot, right? I don't think I attack. think attacking is a mistake. I think he's got a way to answer whatever I'm going to do, so
Spells can help.
let's do something like this. Oh, okay. We'll just kill this in response.
Their time has come. My legacy.
Alright, so opponent doesn't have a whole lot going on. Let's draw, see what we get. Another Swain.
Magic sky
That'll be useful next turn. Hopefully he doesn't pick up like a... Oh god. Okay, so... Alright, a nice value card here. It's kind of annoying because this could give him like anything. You get a progress day if he's lucky and then just win the game. So yeah, it's a little bit annoying. Definitely a little bit annoying. But who knows, like a lot of the options he'll get are shit, so he might just get a shit option. Find out. I want to say we're in a pretty good position. We're in firm control of this game. But when he's generating random cards, it's hard to tell. Like, you don't really know. Leviathan. Oh, beautiful. That's a great draw. Okay. I actually think I play Swain.
Born a patrician,
I think Swain's the call. Oh god. Okay. It's not bad. That could have been way worse, actually, so I'm okay with that. Plus O plus 2 in regeneration. Okay, that's a very weird one to pick. I'm assuming he's going to buff this one with Bear Stance now. Right? Like, he's got to Bear Stance it. Yeah, alright. Alrighty. Sure. How do I want to do this now? I could Ram Stance. Could just kill this thing. Probably going to just do that. I'm going to Scorched Earth it. I think that's the play. We'll hit it with a Scorched Earth. Because it doesn't seem like he has anything. So I think getting an open attack with Swain is my best bet. He might have a freeze. Like, it's very possible he has a freeze. But I can't really play around that. I need to just give her. We're going to just go and hope we get there. Oh, that's a good card. That's a mistake. So the mistake I made here was the ordering of my attack. I should have put Swain first so that if he does decide to block and Swain actually connects with his health, I would kill this unit. Now I'm giving him a free trade. So he does have the freeze. Oh, he's going to use it to block Swain instead.
Stay still.
Sure. Very, very strange. But I'll take it.
Prepare the cargo.
Prepare of that cargo.
Victory is at stake.
So I could give Swain the health, the regen buff. I don't know if that's smart. I feel like he wanted to put Swain at 1 for a reason. Yeah, there you go. I mean, I could just pop this. Doesn't really matter. Nah, I don't think there's a point. I think I just leave it be. He's got 0 cards in hand. I think we got this, finally. We've grinded him down. That's a good flock. Got him. Alright, GG. Okay, so we got some Nightfall. Diana Nocturne, right? That's Nocturne? Yeah, it's Nocturne. What does card art look like? That looks sick. I don't know that Nocturne would be chasing off Hecarim. That seems a little far-fetched, but maybe. Okay, so this deck... I'm thinking Ice Shards and my 2-drop's going to be okay here. They have a lot of Fearsomes, but they also have a lot of 1 healthy units. So the Ice Shards should be able to be pretty good. Okie dokie. What? Oh, I guess because it went away? I've never seen that.
Patience, cautious and quiet. This is our way.
Yeah, because it
We were
disappeared.
peaceful once.
Alright, we'll pass. Sure. So we're gonna Ice Shards if he open attacks. We'll see what he does. I probably Ice Shards anyways, because then I got 2 Flocks, so I should be able to Ice Shards into Flocks. I guess I could Stance instead.
Lunari, rise!
Our teeth, they will see.
Alright, so we'll Ice Shards.
We will be free.
Works for me. Cool. And then we can play the Braum next turn. Whoa, he's got another one. Oh, now I can look at the art, right? Oh, that thing is so much bigger than it looks. It's pretty crazy that this is a 2/1 1-drop.
Darkness hides in my back.
Okay, sure. Annoying, but okay. Oh, that's a great draw. Do I want to use that instead? Nah.
Let us get going.
I don't think so. So I pull this with Braum, and then I attack as well if he wants to trade into this, which I doubt he does. He's more than welcome.
First we fight. Good luck. Have fun.
So this will generate me a fearsome blocker, assuming he doesn't magically have a way to buff it. Okay, good. That's wonderful. I love to see this trade right here. When I'm summoned, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Cool.
It is easy, see?
Pretty cool, I suppose. Maybe a Nocturne coming down? Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. So this is a very easy Death's Hand into Flock.
For truth.
I mean, sure. And that's a leveled up Swain, and he is not going to appreciate leveled up Swain. Especially when I give it Overwhelm. So I don't believe his deck has any actual removal. He might run Atrocity at best, but yeah.
For the many.
So Overwhelm Swain is going to be a problem for this guy, I believe. Could be seeing a Surrender. I mean, there's no way he runs actual removal, so we're going for it. Okay, he's just gonna let it happen.
Leave them nothing.
You know what? I don't really care about Braum's level up. Progressing it by 2 is not going to be that useful.
Bleed for Noxus.
Night flower.
Alright, so yeah, he was obviously waiting to play cards. He's got other cards in his hand, I'm sure. It's a good card. I'll probably play this and threaten the AoE deal 1 damage to stop double develop. So Diana, most likely.
They cannot
Oh,
strike what they
okay.
cannot see.
7 damage. That's rough. Very much rough.
Kip and I will scout ahead.
So,
Won't be Kip.
yeah, he's forced to do that. Makes sense. It's only for that turn, though. We'll do this.
I will break
I'd rather do it right now. Okay. And we'll flock him. And now we can threaten lethal. Yeah, got him. GG. Okay, we got ourselves a Yordle and Arms deck. Good stuff. This is kind of what we want to play against anyways. I might want to keep both ice shards. Nah, we'll keep one. Okay, I guess I'll have both. Sure. Thank you, game. Alright, Mushroom Man comes down. So, I actually think House Spider's best. We want to go wide as well. And I'm down to open attack with both of these before he can play a Lantern. So let's get our 3 damage in. I find it unlikely that he's going to block with that. So we're just going to take our 3 damage. We'll be happy. No Lantern, but that's okay. Alrighty. So I actually think he's going to play Ranger's Resolve here. He's going to attack in and Ranger's Resolve when I go to make smart blocks. And then I'm just going to drop a Blighted Ravine on him. That is the game plan. We'll see if it pays off or if it works out that way. Barrier. Barrier. Okay. So I cannot play Blighted Ravine. I can't do both. We'll pass. Let's see what else he does. Debating on just double ice sharding right now. Nah, let's just do one of these. Play this guy, and we'll be able to do it again and force cards out of his hand now. Pokey Stick, okay. Pretty smart, honestly, because he knows that I want a Ram Stance, and he's going to use that as a way to kill my stuff. Question here is, do I even Ram Stance? I think I don't. Probably just play Braum. Yeah. We're just gonna play Braum. We don't need to do no stances. Like, we have triple Ice Shard. We can play that at any time. The thing is, he's gonna Ranger's Resolve, so maybe I should have just played it anyways to get him to Ranger's Resolve.
Time for talking to. Good luck. Have fun.
I don't think I want to trade these in. I think I want to hold on to them. I would like to just develop a big board as well. See what he does. Bust a shot. Yeah, I'm actually okay with that. I'm okay with that.
I'll fight another day.
I mean, I could have just played around it by pulling this, but that doesn't matter. That's just one less thing he's got going on.
This requires my largest official hat.
So I think I go Ram Stance now. He's going to play Ranger's Resolve, so I'm going to end up net -1 unit here. Yep. Sure. So the main goal is to play this Blighted Ravine. I just don't want to play it until he's attacked. So he's just going to attack. Alright. So I don't want to play Bladed Ravine.
They will see.
Down to trade down the board.
Goodbye.
Question is, do I play the Ravine? I actually still think I play Ravine, honestly. Even though it's only killing these two, it's probably still worth it. Like, he's not going to develop into this, and I think if I pass, he still doesn't develop anyways. I might as well just do it. Alright, and now we'll pass. Alright, if it's just Mare, I pass.
From all the regions we are one.
Of course, he'd pick the highest cave.
That's annoying. Very annoying. Alright, well, we'll just Ice Shard. I just want to pop that Spell Shield. Give me the ability to freeze it. Okay, this works. Then I can just flock this card.
Retreating bravely.
So unfortunately, we are kind of running out of juice. And my opponent will never run out of gas because he's playing Bandle City. But maybe, you know, it's possible. Unlikely, but possible. I'd imagine every card in his hand creates a new card. Braum is a wonderful draw. Happy to see Braum. Sure.
Let us get going.
I don't think he can put Gnar over Braum. So we're gonna Fury of the North here. Best case scenario, he has a Gnar stun, like a second Gnar in hand, so that way he can prevent Gnar from dying. Nope. Cool. Alright, love to see it. He does get... Oh, he doesn't even get a Pokey Stick. He already had one in hand, so he gets a reduced cost Pokey Stick. Sure. Nice. Picking up this Braum was a very nice draw.
It is easy, see?
I don't know if I want to attack. I think I do. There's no reason to delay it. It's not like Braum threatens anything, and I don't have anything to make Braum threatening, so let's just get our 3 damage in. Lantern doesn't matter. We'll pass. Alright, if all he's got is Lantern, I'm okay. Nice, these are good cards. I have pretty good removal for whatever he's going to be up to.
Your name on it.
Mushroom is best with strong cheese.
Let's go Ice Shards. Let's start with Ice Shards.
My collection.
This gives us the ability to Death's Hand.
Back, but they sure do bite.
Oh, God. Yeah, cool game. That's fun. Alright, well, whatever. I mean, what are you gonna do?
So dark.
Super, super annoying. Like, so annoying. Oh my god. Create random game-winning card. So stupid. Now, if I block this, I risk Braum dying to Sharp Sight, so I can't even block, which means I have to just take it. He can literally just make another Shark if he has a second rally. He probably does. I actually am putting him on second rally. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever. I mean, I'm dead? I'm dead. No, I'm not dead. I'm not dead, but that's super annoying. I'm at 2. I go to 2. Oh, he doesn't make the second Shark? It's once per turn? Oh, because he had no mana. Oh, okay, that works out then. Word, I forgot about that. had no mana because he used it. So now my Braum levels. That's amazing.
Time to celebrate!
Alrighty, Three Sisters pretty good. Let's start by attacking this thing with this thing. See if it works out. It does not. Okay. Okay. It's fine. This is a tricky situation.
Show me your best.
I go for it. I have to. I mean, best case scenario for my opponent is he has another sharp sight and they trade. But this is good. Alright, cool. Leveled up Braum should be able to win the game from here now. Second Braum, not too useful, but it can be. Alright, Tristana, sure.
Bye-bye, bad guys! Scouts wear helmets. Gunners carry guns.
Alright.
Vandal gunners!
So the question here is, do I trade my Braum and play a new Braum? I can put him at 1. I don't think that's good enough.
Help is on the way.
We'll trade the Braum.
How can Braum help?
Right, because putting him at 1, like, there's lots of cards in my deck that are going to deal 1 damage. So, like that. Jeez Louise. Let's go.
Let's go out. This is fun, yes?
I mean, I could just play it first. I don't want to play it first. I think that's a mistake.
Stay safe.
So, he's dead. We got him. It took us quite a while, but we got there. And we never once outvalued him. Well, like, we outvalued him in the sense that we did a lot of, like, one card kills multiple units, but he just doesn't run out of cards. Like, he still has cards in his hand 12 minutes later. It's insane. But we got him! Alright, landmarks. I would have liked to get a Blade's Edge on 1. They always seem to have the 1-drop, so being able to deal with it would be useful, but it, you know, it is what it is. Hopefully he just doesn't have it. Pretty wishful thinking. Oh, he didn't have it. Nice. Alright, that's good news. And now I get the Blade's Edge. It's kind of the irony. I mean, play Avaros and Sentry, like, sure. This is a great card to get vulnerable. Braum's even pretty decent to get vulnerable as well.
For the homestead.
We'll just attack. It's not a whole lot I got going on here anyways. Sarcophagus Man, sure. I mean, I could draw. What do I have otherwise? Yeah, I think I should draw. I'll just be a little bit more mana efficient, essentially. Like, rather than burn 1 mana, I'll... Because I don't think there's anything I want to bank for here. Likely, I'll probably just play Braum, or I'll play one of these units. I actually might just play Sentry. I don't think giving Braum vulnerable is a good idea. Like, yeah, that works for me. I'm okay with that. Now, if I play this instead, it's probably better.
Our eyes lead to hidden paths.
This way I'll have enough mana to Braum and Stance, which is kind of what I want to do. Get Braum some bear stance going. Pass. Okie dokie. I'm assuming he's going to try to level his Ziggz, I guess? I don't really know. But Braum.
Take heart.
If I stumble, I have the earth to catch me.
Okay, so he wanted to play Taliyah. Taliyah's at 4 out of 5. It's dangerous. So since Taliyah is at 4 out of 5, I'm actually going to pull her so that I can flock it. This is the card I think I need to kill, as opposed to Ziggz. While Ziggz is mildly annoying, Taliyah is actually a legitimate threat.
It is easy, see?
So I actually think I want to flock Taliyah and bait out his Absolver.
I'll drag you out of there if I have to.
So
One day
we'll
there's
start
no
like
getting
this.
back, you know.
See if he hourglasses. And I'm going to Scorched Earth. The reason I'm going to Scorched Earth rather than wait for it to hourglass is just simply because it's just an additional landmark he would have had. So I don't really want him to have that. So now we're looking pretty fine.
These old eyes still see far.
We are looking pretty fine now. His Ziggz is gonna level soon. Sure, happy to see that. He obviously wants to break that and, you know, do stuff. A Swain. Whoa. I can't play Swain quite yet. I think it's important that I go for the Ziggz kill. Yeah, I think this is the right play. So, like, outside of Minimorph, which I'm not even sure he runs Minimorph, there's not much he can do here. I would rather play Ravine. I think Ravine's the card that I would like to play here. I can even go Ravine into Ice Shards if he goes to this level as Ziggz. Probably take Heart then. Yeah, we'll take Heart into Ravine, I think is the way to go. Like, he obviously was going to kill Braum. There's no reason that he would do this if he wasn't going to kill Braum. But instead, he levels up our Braum, so that's good. And in the process of leveling up our Braum,
I just can't wait.
he is setting us up for a pretty good Ravine into Ice Shards. We'll see, though. We'll just slam the Ravine, see what's up. I do have to be careful for Arsenal. Unfortunately, I need to level up Swain if I want to deal with Arsenal. So if he has an Arsenal next turn, I just gotta hope that RNG doesn't just screw me and he kills me one shot. That's kind of how it seems to go. Wow, that's annoying. Okay.
There's a rock, dude.
Sure. That's really rough. That is very, very rough. Still manageable, though. Long as no Arsenal. No massive Arsenal.
You want a big boom? You call it.
Okay, what does he got? Scout. Scout lifesteal. That doesn't matter. Oh, he surrendered. Why would he surrender there? That was a weird surrender, but we got him. Okay, cool. His Arsenal didn't roll the keywords he wanted. Sad. Mono Akshan. Weird, but okay. He's up to something. I think this is an infinite deck. So I think what he's doing here is he's looking to use the Piltover counterfeit copies in order to duplicate the Warlord's Horde that makes her shit cost 2 less. That's what I suspect he's up to. And that means I'll probably keep Blade's Edge. I'd probably keep Swain, but we won't. Yeah, Scorched Earth, that's actually perfect for this. So when he starts getting close to what he's trying to do, I'll just Scorched Earth. I want to double Blade's Edge so I can kill Akshan. Kind of the plan. No Akshan. Yeah, we'll pass. Braum is nice. He's got to have the 3-drop, though. Nope, he's got Akshan. Okay.
Don't do terrible things.
We'll attack just the spider. The bigger one. Okay.
Oh, come now.
Question is, do I just kill Akshan or try to? And I think the answer is yes, I do try to kill Akshan. He didn't play him on 2, which leads me to believe he didn't have another one, so. And if my read on what he's playing is right, his whole deck relies around Warlord's Palace, so. Basically, I just wait till this gets close and then I kill it with Scorched Earth. Braum's fine.
Is on the job.
Yeah, this is exactly what he's doing. Okay. Alright, we got him. We know what he's up to.
Let's show our friend. Ah, this is fun, yes?
Hopefully he can't pop it right now. I'm kind of taking a risk. I'm being a little bit greedy, so I know I could just Scorched Earth it. Maybe I just Scorched Earth it now anyways. Yeah, we'll just, you know what? I had this happen to me, this exact same situation where I was like, okay, I'll wait for him to play one more advance and then kill it, but I did that against Frozen Thralls, and the guy had like focus speed +5 go down, like, you know, he played 2 of the things and then he played one of these, and I was like, shit, punished hard. So I don't want to get punished hard again, which means I'm gonna just play it safe and just kill it right away. Sure. He's obviously trying to get second Akshan. I'm fine with that. We're gonna kill his Warlord's Horde again anyways.
Rules to know good from bad.
Okie dokie. That's pretty funny. That's an interesting deck.
It is easy, see?
So we need to kill Akshan. And once we kill Akshan, we can then kill his Warlord's Palace. That is the plan.
The same calling card from our other case.
Okay, cool. This gives us the opportunity to buff Braum, which should deter him from, you know, attacking with Akshan. But basically the plan is we kill this Akshan, then we can kill Warlord's Palace, because if we don't kill Akshan first, he'll just create a new one. And pretty much win the game. That's kind of funny. So he's going to play another one to create another one. Alright, so immediately we pull Akshan.
Time for talking to. We should be
I
friends.
mean, I could just play this, but I don't want to be greedy. I just think that if I'm greedy, I'm going to get punished, so gotta just kill Akshan before I blow this up again. Alrighty, your move.
Will help.
Alright, great. So, go for the kill again. He's probably going to surrender. Okay, no surrender, so good on him. Alright, so last Akshan that we have to deal with. The final one.
Scores to settle, cooks to kill. You know how it is.
So he has managed to get all 3. That is absurd. Kinda crazy. Damn, I didn't get another one. That's okay though. So I don't believe my health to be any sort of thing. My health is not going to matter, which means I need to just ram stance this Akshan down ASAP. Really need to kill him. The thing is, like, he needs to get the next part of this. Like, this isn't even his win con. His win con is the second one. Where are you at? The Horde. Right? Like, he needs to get Warlord's Horde to go off. And he's struggling on turn 8.
Villains beware.
You are safe with
I mean, gladly.
Not
Okay, last Akshan dead. We're gravy. And we will give Braum some overwhelm now, I guess. Just make him a bigger boy.
They've barricaded the doors. Doesn't matter.
Alright, so I don't think that's the way to go. Swain plus Ice Shards is a level? Swain plus Ice Shards is level. It doesn't really matter, though. Yeah, that doesn't really matter. Not matter at all.
Have fun.
So we'll just attack.
Time to celebrate. Pull back! Pull back!
Like, he's got 0 Akshans left. He has, like, he can't even generate the other card anyway, so it doesn't even matter, right? Yeah, so he's lost. This is over. Yeah, this is definitely game over. My opponent has lost. Since, he can't generate Warlord's Horde now. So I don't see how he's going to do his infinite combo. Unless he's not even playing infinite combo. Like, it's very possible. He got rid of a Rite of Calling. Sure. Obviously does nothing for him at the moment.
Easy, see?
We're not taking it. We're taking it.
Okay,
back.
cool. So, like, even if he does copy this, it doesn't matter. I'm pretty darn sure it's just over. He probably hasn't clued in that, like, he can't win this game unless... Like, he can win with units, but that's literally it. Oh, I guess crystals? This could be infinite crystals? No, not even. It won't even be possible. There's no way. It's over.
Cautious and quiet.
I'm calling shenanigans. I think this is done. Yeah, predict and then draw one. So he doesn't even get anything? Okay, so he's got crystal. So he's going to copy crystal. The thing is, he can't get... he can only play so many crystals per turn, so it doesn't even matter. Like, hypothetically, he could do 12 damage in one turn with crystals. Which is a lot. It's really not. Alright, well, we'll give Swain some... What is this? Tiger stance? Wild Claw stance. Grr. I think this is GG. My opponent's got to know that. But, yeah. So he was playing the exact deck I put him on, which is good. I think he should have played a different champion in order... Like, I guess it would dilute the ability to just draw Akshan constantly, but... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Ice Shard's probably best. I just want to kill those 2 units on the board so that I can get maximum DPS going here. Alright. My opponent has some serious hopium, that's for sure.
We are at war. We should be friends.
Alright, well, we go in here. This should be game. Okay, does nothing. Okay. So, what else we got? Okay, it still does nothing. Second crystal. That does something. That does something. Alright. Alright, double crystal here. Take a gander. So... Now, if I protect this... Probably best to do it on Swain. Buffing Swain is probably the better way to do this. Okay, so he's still dead. Got him! Yay! So yeah, we shut down his shenanigans, we knew what he was up to, and we dealt with it, so... That's really it.
My conflicts end only one way.
Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed the deck and gameplay. Please stay tuned for more Legends of Runeterra content. I'm thinking about doing Scouts my next video, and more of an in-depth guide and, you know, different tech choices you can run and all that. To be determined. I'm not really sure if I'm going to do that, so don't quote me on it, but, you know, it might be something I want to cover. I haven't really got to cover Scouts yet, and they're pretty good, and they're not Bandle City, so I'm trying to dodge Bandle City for another 15 days or so. We'll see, I might not be able to dodge it for that long. But yeah, you know, be sure to like, subscribe, drop a comment below, let me know what you want to see me play, or if there's anything you're interested in, and I'll probably get to it. So, have yourselves a wonderful day. T-Dot out.